Oh, that was a lot of damage right there. And I rended everything and I weakened everything. Sword Shield has more utility than people give it credit for. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 37 of the New World Ironman series. And if you remember in the last episode, we absolutely tore up M10 Dynasty with this Keen Vicious Corrupted Bane Sword in combination with this rogue and refreshing move round shield. So go check it out if you missed it, although there will be more Dynasty in this video. We're probably going to start off with that, but I do also want to do more account progression in this video, because I'd like to get my cooking to at least 176, I think it is, so I can make some carrot cake, because that's really nice DPS food. I've been using this event food, the spiced kebabs, and the firecracker sturgeon. These only last for 25 minutes, and until the new satchels come out with the perk that makes your food last longer, 25 minutes isn't enough to run a dynasty. Most times you don't get to the boss until 25 minutes, and then I just do the boss fight unbuffed, which isn't that big of a deal, but I like to see big hits, so I like to keep my buffs up. Just converted all of our spare gypsum into gypsum orbs. Let's see what the stack is looking like. 169. You know, the funny thing is, I can actually use these. I forgot. I only need 150 for the Brimstone Sands update, so I'm going to make a few gypsum casts and we'll crack them open, see if we get anything. It was kind of tricky to decide what to make because I was really thinking, and there's nothing in particular that I want, like in terms of weapons. I'd try to get a sword with Anger Earthbane on it, but don't really want anything else for weapons. The only piece of gear that I'm actively hunting for right now is a piece of light armor with empowering leaping strikes on it, because that would boost my sword and shield DPS by a further 30%, which is absolutely massive, and I just can't get a piece of gear to drop with that on it. So let's crack these open really quick and hope for the best. Oh man, were those all blues? Honestly, I'll take a blue piece of gear with empowering leaping strikes on it. Oh! Oh my god, that's hilarious. I might actually use these. It has intelligence, which isn't the worst, because on the intelligence tree, at 50 intelligence at the first node, you get a 10% bonus critical hit damage boost. So honestly, it's not the worst to run that. I don't know if that's worth it. I think it is. Definitely gonna lock those. Oh, I just noticed I can't use these boots. Any piece of medium gear will push me over the light boundary. Because I'm using a round shield, every single piece of gear I have has to be light, or yeah, it just doesn't work. That's just the way it goes with sword and shield DPS. Sadly, have to scrap those. The hunt continues. Actually, before we do any mutations this episode, I want to do a quick cooking session. So I'm going to put maybe like an hour or two into the broccoli fields here and just see how much broccoli we get. This is the easiest tier 4 ingredient that I found. If you guys know a better way to get tier 4 ingredients, let me know in the comments. But what I do is I loop these 3 different broccoli fields to the west of Windsward. There's one right here, one just northwest, and then right here next to this fast travel, there's another broccoli spot right there. I just loop the 3. The respawn times don't exactly sync up, but it's the fastest way to get tier 4 ingredients that I have found. Dude, somebody harvested all the broccoli in this field. Are you kidding me? Who's going around at 8 p.m. harvesting broccoli? Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing a 1.5 times XP event right now, so yeah, there's a lot of people out questing. It's nice to see. Just leave my freaking broccoli alone. This guy literally just came here, said my broccoli, and stole one as it spawned. Get me out of here. This is gonna be the node that gets us past 600 broccoli. 602 broccoli. 604 broccoli. We're ending with 604 broccoli. This is a lot more than I thought we were going to get. I just picked these on the side while I was editing episode 35, and that was a pretty long episode, so I picked a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I'm not mad about it. This is a lot of cooking XP. I just have to go pick some blueberries, and then we can turn these into satisfying meals. This should get us to 150 cooking, no problem. What, is that raffle bones? Hold on, I was getting a thumbnail up there, but I gotta hunt this thing down. What do we get? Footman's Royal Pike. Oh, this is a lowest level zone, so it can't drop anything good. Never mind. Sorry I stole it from you, dude. Level 58's probably mad at me. Oh, I went a little bit over. 616 blueberries. Oh well, it's not bad to have a little more cooking supplies. Not bad to pick blueberries, it's just the broccoli that's annoying. Pull the supplies out of the bank, let's get these cooking levels. We're gonna have to break this down into a few different sessions though, because I don't have 600 of any one particular ingredient. There we go, 150. That is hearty meals unlocked, which require yet another ingredient. I don't know the easiest one to get from this list, probably rice or string beans just from provision crates. Although maybe pork belly, with skinning luck I imagine that would be pretty easy to get. And what level is carrot cake at? 174, okay that's not that much further. Look how easy this is to make, there's literally nothing that's hard to gather in here. I have over 1,000 sugar, I have a couple hundred eggs from the turkey hunt, and this is really good, top tier, 40 stat point boosting food that lasts for 40 minutes. That's enough to cover any M10 dungeon. I think we're gonna go hunt down some boars for some pork belly to make some hearty meals to finish off this cooking grind. I tried to pull out a full set of skinning luck gear from the storage shed, but I was only able to find 3 pieces of gear with skinning luck on it. And the biggest, most important piece to have is an amulet. It gives you upwards of 10% skinning luck if you have the Adorned Skinning Luck amulet perk. I don't have one, I couldn't find one in the storage shed, but I do remember last episode we trained up our jewel crafting so we can make our own amulet actually. I have a couple brilliant cut jaspers, so we'll just use those, put everything on. Adorned Skinning Luck, and some Azoth, why not? It doesn't matter what gear score it is, I'm just making this for the skinning luck. Although relevant stats would have been nice. Focus doesn't exactly help you when you're skinning, but look at that, 8% chance at finding rare items on the amulet slot. Skinning aptitude crate, that's nice to see. First one from skinning these boars, we got some more scarhide. Oh, and a horn. This is a really nice craft mod, well, for rings. Honestly, I'm surprised at how rare this pork belly is. We only have 34 pork bellies, but we're up to 70 scarhide and 30 smolderhide. A combined total of 100 tier 5 daily cooldown materials, and only 34 pork belly. Another skinning aptitude crate. This will probably be our last one. We're about to wrap up soon here. Smolderhide, scarhide. Oh, high quality tallow, no way. This is like the best earring craft mod in the game. This guarantees refreshing toast. Can't believe we just got 2 of those. So far we've got 124 scarhide, 86 smolderhide, and 101 pork belly. So it picked up a little bit. Alright, first batch of hearty meals. These are almost 700 cooking XP each. 10 levels right there, that's pretty nice. And I think we can make 80 more. We have some just miscellaneous cooking supplies I still need to use up. I just noticed that apples are actually a tier 5 food, and we have a ton of those, so we're just going to use those up, and by the time I get through all of these, we might actually be at 174 cooking. Okay, a bit of a crawl to the finish line here, but this should do it. 174 cooking. Oh my god, getting cooking up on an Ironman is terrible. When you can't buy the stuff in bulk from the exchange, it is actually really annoying to gather it all. But we have finally unlocked carrot cake. This is the easiest tier 5 food to make. Lasts for 40 minutes. We actually got the recipe for this really early on the account. And when I got it, I was like, yes, that's the best recipe. I can't wait till I can make it. I just didn't think it would take me this long to get to this point. Well, it looks like we've added another daily to our list. We have to go city to city and milk each cow every day. Carrot cake does require butter, and I think it takes like 2 or 3 milk to make a single butter. So as long as I stay on top of these cows every day, we should have basically an unlimited supply of tier 5 strength and constitution food. Spicy steak pie. What kind of recipe is that? That sounds very familiar. Oh, you already know it. Oh, this is the max luck harvesting recipe. Probably can make all these tier 5 recipes now, huh? I'd imagine they're the same level as carrot cake. Oh my god, I got 11 milk from that one provision stockpile. You don't really notice this until you need it, but these are really, really good. Sweet fruit trifle. I don't think we have this one. This is a very low tier recipe. This one is for jewel crafting. Okay, we'll go ahead and learn that. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think I have the plus 15 jewel crafting recipe. I'm trying out a provision chest route here in Eden Grove just to see how much milk I can get per hour if I do nothing but provision chests. Because I think milk is going to be the biggest limiting factor in making this carrot cake. So shout out to Xburns, thank you for the kind words, and I'm glad you enjoy the series. Overall, the series has had pretty good feedback from you guys, so I appreciate it. We're about to do a big unboxing. I have 4 Outpost Rush caches and 4 sword gypsum casts. I've been saving these up. Let's just get cracking, see if we get anything good. Hopefully from the sword cast I can get an Anger Earthbane sword. Ooh, very underwhelming on the Outpost Rush caches, but See if we have luck here. Sort of the cleric, nomad, and cleric again. Probably nothing good in there. Yeah, oh well, unlucky. Anyway, let's get back to mutations on this account. I think I still have like 21 left for the week, so I'm probably going to knock a few of those out today. I'll get you guys some nice footage of the Sword and Shield DPS ripping this place apart, because boy, it is fun. I got a really nice drop I'd like to show you guys. Check out this Harbinger Buckler of the Soldier. These Harbinger round shields always drop by default with Fortifying Shield Rush and Corrupted Bane. We happen to get Enchanted as a third perk, which is extremely good, but on the surface this doesn't look that good because I already have Corrupted Bane on my longsword, and most people do know that you can't stack perks. Like I can't have Vicious and Vicious, or Rogue and Rogue, but the sword is a very complicated weapon, and the mechanics of it aren't fully known to everyone, so I did a little bit of digging online to see if you can stack Bane. Maybe you can stack the PvE perks, and it turns out that you can. You can stack Bane, but you can't stack PvP damage boosting perks like Enchanted or Vicious. So what that means is I think this shield is going to be technically better than the Mother Well-Wisher's coin here. We lose the refreshing move, but we gain Corrupted Bane and we gain Enchanted on top of this sword because this sword doesn't have Enchanted, so that's not a duplicated perk. I'm gonna have to test it to see if it's worth giving up refreshing move, but off the bat it looks like it's better. Put that on. I don't really like how it looks. Dude, is that a belt? And since the shield we just got has Fortifying Shield Rush on it, I thought I would throw Shield Rush on and just see how it performs. I went up to the second node here because on a successful hit, Shield Rush is going to give every enemy within 5 meters a weaken by 10% for 10 seconds. That's actually a pretty long weaken. I'd imagine that's going to be pretty useful for the team. I can throw a Gravity Well, clump all the mobs together, Shield Rush through them, weaken everything for the team, and then just go back to DPSing. I'm still experimenting with Sword and Shield. I just recently started using it as a DPS weapon, and honestly, so far I'm very impressed, and I think it easily has the potential to be the best DPS weapon in the game. But I'm still narrowing down the exact perks I want to use. Gonna try this out. It also gives us a Fortify because of Fortifying Shield Rush. Oh yeah, that was a good weaken right there. Oh dude, the damage is so freaking nice with the stacked Corrupted Bane and Enchanted. It definitely works. The stacking of the Bane perks definitely works, no doubt about it. I just have to do more testing to see if I prefer Refreshing Move or the extra damage from this shield. I don't know, that's a tough one. Refreshing Move is really nice. Dude, this Shield Rush is actually a great perk to have. Damn, dude, that weaken hit everything right there. Oh my god, yeah, this is really big damage. You can definitely feel the Enchanted and the Bane working, especially on the light attack chains. Like, look at that, man. It's important to note that I don't actually have to hit them with Shield Rush to get the weaken off. You can see everything here is weakened even though I only hit one monster. Everything in 5 meters gets weakened as long as I land a hit with the Shield Rush. Overall, I'm really liking it. I definitely prefer it over Shield Bash. It is a ton of fun. And it has grit. Oh, that was a lot of damage right there. And I rended everything and I weakened everything. Sword Shield has more utility than people give it credit for. And the Fortify is no joke either on this Fortifying Shield Rush. It's a 32% Fortify. That's almost as good as Fortifying Perforate, which is currently the top tier Fortify perk in the game. Hey, it looks like the Sword and Shield DPS community is growing. Dashville here saw the video and decided to go get the Motherwell Wisher's coin for himself. It's a great shield, you guys should all get it, though for some reason a lot of you were commenting that you couldn't get back into the Motherwell after completing the quest. I don't know what that's about. I personally had no issues getting in there, so can't help you there, but I know a lot of you had that issue. Oh, thank you for the kind words, Urban Expression. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I'm just doing a little bit of AFKing in Evan Scale, so that was a nice little surprise to come back to the computer too. I do appreciate all the kind words on the series. Thank you for the kind words, huh? That's the second person. I've only been AFKing here for like 30 minutes, so. Oh, let me get a thank you before you run away. Dang it, hold on, I gotta cycle all the way through the chat again. Thank you, huh? I've been doing a little bit more thinking about the Sword and Shield to see how it really compares against other weapons, because obviously I'm really enjoying it right now, so I might be biased towards it. But the most popular weapon, for corrupted dungeons at least, is a spear. 9 out of 10 times when someone tries to join my party, they link me a spear to DPS with. It's a very popular weapon, and for good reason. It's very useful. It has Rend with Perforate, Fortify with Fortify Perforate, and Weaken with Enfeebling Skewer. But the Sword and Shield also have those three things. We have Rend with Whirling Blade, Weaken with Shield Rush, and Fortify with Fortifying Shield Rush. The only difference is that they're AoEs on the Sword and Shield. You have a 2-meter radius with Whirling Blade, and anything that you hit is rended, and with Shield Rush, if you land a successful hit, anything within 5 meters is weakened. Those are both points for the Sword and Shield in my opinion, and in terms of raw damage output, I think it's a pretty accepted fact that the Sword and Shield wins there. There's multiple damage tests on YouTube. They're all favorable to the Sword and Shield, so we'll give that point to Sword and Shield. And lastly, we can't forget about the Leadership passive. It boosts your entire team's damage by 10%. So am I onto something here, or am I just drinking the Sword and Shield Kool-Aid? Why don't you guys tell me what you think? And plus with a spear, can you do this? Didn't think so. Alright, anyway, it's about time to wrap up this episode, so let's go out with a bang and open up some Outpost Rush caches and some Gypsum Sword caches. See if we can get anything with empowering leaping strikes on it before I send you guys on your way. Doesn't look like it in there. All heavy or medium gear. Blue sword and a green sword. I might have to just make the piece of gear that I'm looking for. I can't get anything with empowering leaping strikes on it. That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, we do have 200 armoring, so maybe even though we don't have the trophies, with the full armoring set, the amulet, and the food buff now that I have the cooking level, we might be able to make a 590 piece of gear with empowering leaping strikes on it. I'll get started on that. That's going to be in the next episode, but I'm going to go toy around with it and see if I can get my maximum roll at least to 590, because eventually we can land a 590 if so. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and I will catch you guys in the usual 2 or 3 days. See you then.